Hope you guys are doing well. We are back with ESO and we are going to finish up the final sort of quest to tie in High Isles and Galen and everything like that, like the two parts of the chapter. So let's grab it. It should be like doing the peace talks and stuff now.
We did well, dear, but the work isn't finished yet. I could use a hand if you're still so inclined.
What do you need me to do?
While I return to High Isle and make final preparations for the peace talks to commence, I'd like you to help Druid Laurel with one more thing. When you're finished, meet me at Mandrake Manor.
What kind of help does Druid Laurel need?
I'll let her give you the details. I will say this, though. You've certainly made an impression on the Stone Lord Druids there.
Okay. Okay, I'll help her and then meet you at Mandrake Manor.
Druid Laurel will tell you what she needs. Just don't dawdle. Finish things here, then meet me on High Isle. We've had the Alliance leaders waiting quite long enough, and I have to make some arrangements with the Society of the Steadfast.
Okay. I feel like they just repeat themselves far too much sometimes. Okay, Society, can we not do this? Okay, cool. Let's speak to Laurel and see what she wants.
Lady Arabelle said she could spare you, and I appreciate the help. Before Free was taken by Lord Bacaro, they gave me something. Told me what to do with it if they didn't return. I thought Free was just being cautious, but I think they knew.
Oh, what do you think Free knew?
That they weren't coming back. Free gave me a pouch of soil. They said it was special. That they prepared it as part of their purpose. You remember how Free would go on and on about that. Anyway, they asked me to do something after they were gone.
What did Free ask you to do?
They asked me to go to the overlook north of Glimmertarn, to sprinkle the soil from the pouch there. I made a promise, and I'd like you to fulfill it with me. I think Free would want you to be a part of this. Will you help me, friend?
Yeah, sure. I'll meet you at the overlook north of Glimmertarn.
Here, take the pouch of soil.
Oh.
There's a beautiful tree by the overlook, tall and majestic. I think that's the perfect place to honor Free's wishes. I'll meet you there.
Okay, great. That sounds good. I hope something spectacular happens. I'm glad that they're all here. So yeah, let's go to Glimmertarn. I love it here. It's so pretty. It's so pretty here. Like the water and everything. It's probably the best place out of like the High Isles area.
That's the tree. Free was quite fond of it. Go ahead and sprinkle the soil around its base.
Okay.
I thought for sure something would happen, but this is wonderful. Friend, let me tell you what Free has done.
That's really pretty. It'd be cool if that was everything for me is a furnishing item.
Did you see what happened, friend? What Free asked us to do with that pouch of soil? It's a miracle.
You need to explain this to me.
Of course. After everything you've done for us, I still forget sometimes that you're not a druid. Free had a special connection to the sacred seeds. They used their power as a nature spirit, as the sower, to put some of that magic into the soil.
So that means...
It means that the sacred seeds aren't gone. That the Druid King's regalia will return. Someday. Until that time, we'll need to protect this tree. Nurture it. I'll make sure that all the circles know. We'll find a way to do it together.
Okay, do you think all the druid circles can be trusted?
Trust has to start somewhere. But we still need to gather the elders and form a new Drafa. After that, I'll broach the subject. In the meantime, I'll commune with the tree, with the growing seeds. And I'll be here when they finally blossom.
Is there anything else I can help you with, Laurel?
I think that's everything, my friend. Thanks again for helping me honor Free's request. I hope they find peace and happiness inside the volcano. Anyway, I think you should head back to High Isle now. I know Lady Arabelle is eager to begin the talks.
Yeah, me too. Is there anything we can do for free?
Free made their decision. Without their sacrifice, none of us would have survived the volcano's eruption. I'll find time to go to Mount Firesong, to commune with the new spirit of the volcano. Sometimes bound spirits respond. Sometimes they don't.
You don't think Free will talk with you?
Oh, Free will commune with me if they're able, but every spirit binding is different. Some can communicate freely, others can only share impressions. And then there are the ones that more or less slumber, as Free did before they were awakened.
Nice sleep. A nice sleep. Yeah, that would be a cool furnishing item. Like little flowers. So let's go back to the manor. And hopefully we can actually start these peace talks now.
I assure you, Lady Arabelle, I'm more committed than ever to the Society of the Steadfast's mission of peace.
I'm glad to hear you say that, Captain. Ah, good, you're back.
Can I take this gold?
Captain Marguerite and I were just having the most illuminating discussion, dear. Other than some misdirection at the end, Lord Bacaro never allowed his clandestine activities with the Ascendant Order to spill over into the Society of the Steadfast.
Are you confident of that, Lady Arabelle?
Yes, dear, I am. Captain Marguerite's reputation is impeccable, and I've begun to study their ledgers. Nothing is amiss. I'll get someone I trust to perform a thorough investigation, but the Society has done too much good to shut it down now.
And are we ready to start the peace talks?
Just about. Preparations are underway at All Flags Islet, but I have a task for you. I'd like you to invite Count Stefan, Druid Laurel, and Druid Ravana for the talks. They deserve to have a voice in the proceedings. Captain Zaji and Casca, too.
You want Zaji and Casca to participate in the peace talks?
I think Zaji and Casca should get to see the negotiations unfold, but to have them participate, oh goodness no, dear. So, invite Stefan, Laurel, and the rest, and remind Stefan I'm depending on House Mornard for added security.
Okay, do we need to speak to her to know where they are? Okay, we have to gather all 4 allies. Let's just talk to her and ask her
I think
where they
Zaji
are.
and Casca should... Count Stefan will be at Castle Mornard, and Druid Laurel should be in the Vines District in Bastille. Zaji's likely at the docks here in Gonfalon Bay, and Druid Ravana is at her workshop here on High Isle, just west of the city.
Okie dokes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. The Vine District is, if I remember, it's all the way back over in Galen. So we'll get the ones here first. Workshop in the city. Okay. Who is here? Okay, so we'll go and get Ravana first. And actually no, we'll do Zaji and Casca first. Then we'll go and get Ravana, and then we'll get the others.
Make sure the Pounce is ready to sail the moment Queen Irene calls for us.
The Pounce is ready. I could use some quiet time for a change.
Maybe you spoke too soon, Casca. Look who it is.
That sounds so happy.
Always a pleasure, Five Claw, but you also tend to bring trouble to Zaji. And more work. So what is it this time? A Periite cult? Vampire armies from deep underground, what?
Lady Arabelle would like you and Casca to attend the peace talks as observers and guards.
Zaji and Casca are invited? Well, as expected, of course. After all Zaji has done, it is only natural to want him there to observe, and to keep the Queen and the others safe. But Casca too, really? Oh, very well, if Lady Arabelle insists.
We'll see you on All Flags Islet, Zaji.
Zaji and Casca will leave for the islet at once, and will bring along a few of the Pounce's crew. A little extra muscle never hurts, yes?
Okay, sure. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
It is all.
And then we will go and get Ravana? It's Ravana here, not Laurel, yeah. Let's go get her. I wonder if like Ember and Isabel will be there too. I can't imagine they would, but at the same time, they were there at the end of like the High Isles chapter, like the beginning part. Yeah. I hope that makes sense.
Friend, what a pleasant surprise. What brings you back here so soon, friend? Not another danger to the archipelago, I hope.
Lady Arabelle wants you to represent the Stone Lord Druids of High Isle at the peace talks.
I'm neither an elder nor an archdruid. Shouldn't Lady Arabelle invite one of them? Most of the surviving senior members of the Circle are deep in discussions about the Dreyfa. Very well. Tell her I'll attend the talks.
Okay, good. I'll see you on All Flags Islet.
I'm pleased that Lady Arabelle thought to include the Druids of the archipelago in the peace talks. As you have seen, events on the mainland reach even to our distant shores. Still, I wish we had archdruids or elders available for the task.
Okay, we will leave that one there as well, and then I don't believe there's anyone else that we have to speak to here. I could be wrong, but let's go and grab Laurel and Stefan. We'll do Stefan first, then we'll go grab Laurel.
Captain Marguerite was as good as her word. Get those supplies distributed at once.
Right away, Count Stefan.
Friend, welcome back to Castle Mornard. Lady Arabelle told me to trust Captain Marguerite, and so far so good. The Society of the Steadfast restarted their relief efforts, and things have been moving smoothly ever since. But what brings you back to Galen, friend?
Lady Arabelle would like you to represent Galen at the peace talks.
Does she now? And what role would a minor count play in discussions concerning the greater fate of all of Tamriel? No, forgive me, friend. It's just been a lot lately. Of course I'll attend. Is there anything Lady Arabelle needs of me?
She also requests that you bring House Monard Knights. I don't know how to say that, so I'm not even going to bother trying.
Ah, yes. After all this trouble, such a request isn't all that surprising. Very well. Tell Lady Arabelle Count Stefan shall attend the peace talks with a contingent of his finest knights at his side.
Perfect.
Will that do?
Perfect. We'll see you at All Flags Islet.
How my father ever accomplished anything with the constant parade of supplicants and requests I'll never understand. Or Archdruid Revolve, for that matter. Now I know what it's like when everyone is constantly vying for a moment of your attention.
Okay, right. 3. Now we only have one left, which I can't remember where she was. Okay, I forgot. She's actually in the Vine
Light it all.
District.
We have to find a way for the circles to work together.
The Elder Tide are willing, but we have yet to choose new leaders, and we still distrust the Firesong.
The Firesong are aware of our mistakes. We don't expect forgiveness, but we want a chance to make amends. I promise our next leader will have less aggressive aspirations.
I don't trust him.
Blight and damnation. Trying to get the druid circles to agree on anything is like trying to herd fawns. But you're not here to deal with my problems. Not this time. What can I do for you, my friend?
Lady Arabelle wants you to represent the Druids of Galen at the peace talks.
Really? After you just saw my negotiating skills in action? Wait, you're serious? Well, why not? I definitely want what's best for my people. And maybe I can learn something watching the Alliance leaders. I'll be happy to attend.
Probably not. I'm good with you, All Flags Islet and High Isles.
And just between us, the talks with the Druid circles aren't going too badly. I just lose patience sometimes. I want everything to happen right now. But flowers blossom when they're ready, am I right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How are you and Count Stefan getting along?
What? Did Stefan say something? What are you asking? Count Stefan and I are getting along fine. Never better. And I'd rather not talk about this at the moment if that's all the same to you.
Okay, yeah, sure. Right, let's go to All Flags and hopefully start the peace talks after a year of adventuring. It's cool that everyone's like scattered around We've got knights, we've got druid people, we've got Casca and Saji. Oh, even Siravain is here. Nice. Oh, Duluth is here. Cool. This place looks fancy.
Over here, dear. Time to get this conference started.
Ooh, do I need this? No. Oh gosh.
I see everyone has arrived. Well done, dear. And I did my part as well. The Alliance leaders are already downstairs.
Did you have any troubles getting the leaders here?
Oh, just the usual hemming and hawing. I just applied my natural charisma and threatened them with bodily harm. The leaders do want a word with you, though, if you're willing to indulge them.
Sure, I'll be happy to talk with the Alliance leaders. Great. That's what I'd like. For me to say yes and then it to just end. Okay, let's speak to Queen Irene first.
I like to think I'm not easily fooled. But not in 1,000 years would I have guessed that Lord Bacaro was the secret leader of the Ascendant Order. No one argued more eloquently for a lasting peace than he did.
Will the peace talks still take place?
The revelation that these talks were merely part of the Ascendant Lord's plan to seize power makes it difficult. But as far as we can tell, the Society of the Steadfast Intentions are pure. And I think Lord Bacaro might have outsmarted himself.
Outsmarted himself? How?
Bacaro wanted to prove his worth. Show us that by blood and circumstance, he was the best suited to take power. Instead, through his actions as the Ascendant Lord, Emmerich, Ansgar and I learned that we could actually work together.
So you think peace is still possible?
I think so, yes. I've come to believe that Emmerich and Ansgar want peace as badly as I do, and I'm willing to see where these discussions lead. We may not come to any conclusions, but isn't the possibility worth the effort? I think it is.
Great, sounds good to me. I'm going to save Ernsak for last because I think he's my favourite.
Lord Bacaro a villain. Rogue knights collaborating with druids? And what was that about sea elves? This visit to the archipelago has been one surprise after another. I owe you a lot, friend. You saved my life, and you saved my realm.
Saved your realm?
I've ignored the druids of the archipelago for too long. The few I've met over the years seem, well, quaint, eccentric. I thought their insistence on clinging to the ancient ways was harmless. But I forgot about the dark roots of their tradition.
Dark roots?
The weirds of High Rock distanced themselves from politics, but the druids of old were a different breed. They used fearsome magic to rule over the early Bretons, either directly or from behind the scenes, and they jealously guarded their power.
Do you plan to go forward with the peace talks?
Why in oblivion not? I've been here this long. What's another few days? If the Breton legacy has a dark side, it also shows courage and commitment. If Irene and Ernskar are willing to talk, so am I. But I wonder if Lord Bacaro had the right idea.
You think Lord Bacaro was right?
Oh, not about the whole Ascendant Lord and murder thing, but about finding someone other than one of us to sit on the throne. I can't imagine Irene or Yoren agreeing to bow down to me willingly, and I feel the same way. We'll just have to see.
Okay. How about no one goes on the throne? How about me?
There you are. And the hero of the day again. I knew we weren't done with the Ascendant Order after the assault on All Flags Islet. But I never imagined it was Lord Bacaro who betrayed us.
Oh, sorry. Are you heading back to Windhelm now?
That's what my father would expect. But I don't feel that I'm quite done here yet. Nothing in my instructions covers what's happened so far. And Lord Bacaro's treachery calls into question the very sanctity of these peace talks.
So the peace talks are a failure?
I wouldn't say that. I came here to do a job, and I think it can still be done. I plan to send word to the Skull King. Tell him I'm staying. At least as long as Emmerich and Irene agree. Lord Bacaro may have deceived us, but peace is still possible.
Will Yoren the Skull King agree with that decision?
He won't be happy about the way Lord Bacaro manipulated him. But when I explain what happened here, than what you did, friend. He'll support my decision. He really is an excellent king, my father. But don't tell him I said that.
I'm like the neutral party of all of these alliances.
Your attention, please. Lady Arabelle requests that everyone join her in the reception hall.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think Ernsalk is my favorite, even though, like, Queen Irene is my faction. But I really like High King Emmerich as well. Do you guys want to go first? No? Okay. Talk to Count Stefan. Wait, I just want to see. Oh, Jakan is here. So is she. Oh, she's here as well. Dula. Okay, so Isabel. I mean, Seravain's over the back here. Isabel and that aren't here. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was kind of expecting them to be here too.
May we speak?
Yeah, of course. I like all this stuff. Okay, sorry.
Finally, we get a moment to ourselves. I did want to speak with you before Lady Arabelle gets on with the important business.
What do you want to talk about?
I wanted... Damn, this went better in my head. I've never been as good at speaking my mind as my father was, or Archdruid Raval. Now, he was an orator. Sorry, I'm babbling. Let me start over. Thank you for everything, my friend.
Ah, you don't need to thank me.
Now, don't start with that sort of nonsense. Of course I need to thank you. You saved us all. What kind of count would I be? What sort of friend? If I didn't let you know how much what you've done for us means to me.
Aww, thank you.
All right, I've taken up enough of your time. I know how eager Lady Arabelle is to get the peace talks underway. We'll talk later. Now go speak to Lady Arabelle and let her know everything is ready for her to begin.
Okay. That was like, oh, okay, bye.
Have I mentioned how much I detest public speaking? Goes against all my training as a spy and agent of the king. I'm supposed to hear all the important bits of dialogue, not recite them. Ah, well, before all that, I want to share something with you.
You don't need to do that.
Yes, I do. As we conclude this business with Lord Bacaro and the Ascendant Order, I want you to know how much your help has meant to me. Take this as payments for services above and beyond the call of duty. Now, I have a speech to deliver, my dear.
Okay, great. So, yeah, I mean, this is okay and stuff. I really wish we would receive, like, the regalia as motifs or, like, outfit styles. They'd be really, really cool. And something different.
We stand here today because of Lord Bacaro. What he brought together through the Society of the Steadfast, and what he tried to bring about as the Ascendant Lord. Instead of dividing us, instead of defeating and conquering us, he showed us what's possible when we work side by side. And through the courage and sacrifice of many of the people gathered here, as well as the nature spirit free, we persevered and won the day. Now to our royal guests, I say, let's recognize our friend, and then start the talks.
Our friend has performed above the call of duty. I name them Champion of the Covenant.
Not so fast, Emmerich. I name them Champion of the Dominion.
Then I name them Champion of the Pact.
Your Majesties, please. All of that would never fit on the medal. Let's just agree on Champion of the Alliances, shall we?
Oh, very well.
I can live with that.
If you insist.
Is that it? Is that it? Okay, right. Let's have a look. Solitude, when did I get this one? 11th, wait, 25th, 28th, this one. Yeah, so, okay, so we finished them. That quest was called And Now Perhaps Peace. I'm kind of disappointed we don't actually get to hear the Alliance leaders talking to each other about peace and about like stuff like that. I think that would have been cool if we could actually listen to them. Okay, yeah, it would have been really cool for us to just like listen to them have peace talks. It's kind of what this whole chapter has literally been about, and we don't get to listen to them do their peace talky stuff. Maybe there's something that we can stumble across later down the line, I don't know, but we have completely finished the High Isles Legacy of the Bredens DLC chapter, whatever you would like to call it. We've finished all of the quests now for that.
Are we ready to begin, your majesties?
Oh.
I suddenly feel extremely humble.
Well, gentlemen, shall we?
I suppose we shall. We did endure much to get to this point, after all.
Then let us see how possible peace may be.
Did it bug out? Okay, can I come? Please? I bet I'm not going to be allowed, am I? Aww. That's unfair. Let me in, let me in, let me in. Yeah, it'd be really cool if you could listen to them. But yeah. Other than that, we're done here. Which is pretty cool. So I was possibly thinking about doing like a completely separate video speaking about this year's chapter and just thoughts, opinions, everything like that, and kind of like involved in that, like my experience with ESO like up to this point in time. But I don't know if I will do that. If that's something that you're interested in, then stay tuned, because if I do, then it will go up. But yeah, so that's it for the sort of main quests for the High Isles chapter and everything like that. I hope that you have enjoyed the main quest. I can't honestly say that it's been one of my favorites. I think a lot of people kind of didn't like, from what I have seen, they didn't like the Skyrim section because it seemed too obvious that, spoiler alert, it was the oh gosh, I forgot his name, but it was like the king guy there who was involved in like the whole vampire stuff. So it's kind of like you knew who, it was too obvious who the bad guy was or whatever. But I kind of feel like that for High Isles. I feel like the High Isles, just the High Isles quest for me was not something where I was super interested in everything that was going to happen next, if that makes sense. I wasn't super interested in like the next part of the chapter. The end boss fight was pretty cool, not as cool as the Dagon one and stuff like that, but which is funny because I wasn't too like hyped on the whole Deadlands situation and everything. But yeah, the end boss fight was cool, but I feel like sometimes the other quests, the like little mini random quests that you find out and about, are better than the main story quests sometimes, which is not like, it's not great that that's the case, but that's how it feels sometimes. But yeah, anyway, if I do like a little reviewy type video, then you guys will see it obviously. If I don't, then I don't. But I'm contemplating it because I feel like I have a lot to say. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it. As always, don't forget to leave comments, let me know what you think of this chapter as a whole. Hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, bye!